My name is Daniel Cole. I used to work night shift dispatch for the Madison County Sheriff's Office in Ohio. From 2011 to 2022, 11 years. 11 years in a small, boring town that felt like nothing but rain, empty roads, and crackling radios. But there was one night, and one stretch of road, that made me quit. Change states, change my number, and never willingly listen to my own recorded voice again. If you file an FOIA request for County Road 17 incidents, you'll get a stack of blacked out pages, corrupted radio logs, single vehicle accident, driver fatigue, low visibility, fog. No line will mention what Archer said right before he died. It's wearing my uniform. But tonight, I'll tell you the part that's not in the reports. Madison County is nothing special. At night, the radio is mostly the same. Loose cows, trailer park arguments, domestic calls that never make the news. My dispatch room was small. Dim fluorescent lighting. 6 monitors flickering in the dark. The hum of the HVAC. The sound of my own breathing. Only one thing made people uneasy. County Road 17. Narrow road. Trees pressed right up against the asphalt. No streetlights. When the fog rolls in, your headlights only cut a small tunnel through it. Locals call it the thin strip. A thin place. A spot where the skin between this world and something else is thinner than it should be. The deputies joked about it. They gave whatever people saw out there names like the tall one, the bent man, the hollow face. But in our logs, the calls all looked the same. Person in roadway. At the time a unit arrived, no one there. No footprints, no body. GOA gone on arrival. Until January 14th, 2019, 1:13 a.m., cold, wet night. I was halfway through a stale donut when the 911 line lit up. Male caller, breathing hard, panicked. There's somebody in the road. County 17, he's not moving. Then the scream of brakes. Metal hitting something. A shout. Oh God, I hit him. I asked if he was injured. He wasn't. The truck was still drivable, but he kept saying the same thing. I felt it. I felt the impact. I hit something. I sent the closest unit, 214, Officer Blake Archer. He rolled up about 5 minutes later. Radio clicked on. Dispatch 214 on scene. I see the caller's truck. No sign of a victim, no blood. There was a short pause. Then Archer said, "There's something further up the road." His tone had changed, not casual anymore. I have a visual, middle of the lane, tall, thin, wrong proportions. I asked, "Is it moving toward you?" Archer replied, "No, it's just standing there, like it's watching." It turned to face me, he said a second later. "I don't see a face, it's like a hollow, where a face should be." The original caller started screaming in the background. "There, that's it, I told you." Then Archer said the last clear sentence we ever got from him. "Dispatch, I think it remembers me." After that, engine revving hard, tires losing traction, guardrail, a crash. Then silence. The lab returned to Archer's dash cam footage. They blamed water damage, electrical noise, severe interference. I waited until the office was almost empty, dimmed the lights, plugged the drive in. The video was grainy, audio full of static, but I could still make out more than I wanted to. Archer gets out of the cruiser, headlights shine into rain and dark pavement. And there, in the middle of the road, stands a too tall shadow, facing away. Arms too long, legs too long, neck tilted. It doesn't sway, doesn't flinch when the rain hits it. Just stands there. Archer swings the flashlight, the shape turns. No face. Just a deeper patch of black. So dark, it swallows the headlight. The video explodes into static. Horizontal lines. Audio tearing apart. For exactly 2 frames, I see what its face is trying to be. It looks like a human face, but stretched. Wrong. Eyes in the wrong place. Mouth too wide. Like someone tried to redraw a face from a bad memory, and on its body a darker smear where a badge should be. The outline of a uniform. Right after those frames, the footage jumps. Headlights veer. Metal hits metal. Cut. The lab called it water intrusion. I called it something else. Proof that whatever stood in the road was trying to look like one of us. In the weeks after Archer's funeral, the calls got weirder. An old woman. Something as tall as the road sign was standing by the trees. A young couple. There was a figure at the side of the road. No face, but it was aware. A college kid crying. I swear we drove past this thing and it was wearing my hoodie. Same color, same logo, but its neck was bent wrong. No one can stand like that. People kept repeating the same idea. It looked like someone they knew, or like them, but slightly off. Wrong posture, wrong angle of the head. In my personal notes, I wrote, "It remembers faces, it's not just appearing, it's learning." And that was the part that frightened me most. It wasn't just some random roadside apparition. It was improving. One night, Unit 203 reported a stalled vehicle near mile marker 5. Routine stuff. I keyed the radio. 203 status check. Silence. Then static, but not normal static. There was a rhythm under it. A shape. Very quiet, very slow. But Neil, my name. My hand tightened on the mic. 203, say again. This time, his voice came through. A little shaky. Dispatch 203, sorry, radio glitched. Thought I heard someone say my name? I didn't key you until just now, I said. He hesitated. Then who was that? Later that night, I pulled the recording. On the waveform, it looked normal. But when I opened the spectrogram and slowed it down, there it was. A voice riding under the noise. Dragged out, distorted, but unmistakably speech. We, remember, you, not I, not me. We, not one thing, more than one. This is the part that finally broke me. 2:30 a.m., dead quiet. No calls, no units en route anywhere. One of the internal lines lit up. No caller ID. Just a line. Ringing. I answered out of habit. Madison County Sheriff's Office. This is Cole. No one spoke at first, just soft breathing. Then a voice said, "Hey." It was my voice, but wrong. Like someone playing me back at the wrong speed. "Who is this?" I asked. "It's you," the voice said. Or, "I will be." All 6 monitors flickered. Then traffic cam feeds came up on their own. County Road 17 night vision, empty. Except it wasn't. In the center of one lane, faint in the washed-out green of the camera, stood a tall, thin figure, head tilted, limbs too long, no face. My not voice whispered into the phone, "You've been watching us from your side for a long time. We just wanted to see how it feels from ours." Headlights appeared in the distance. A lone car. It drove closer, brighter, brighter. As it passed the thing, for 1/2 second, the dash lights illuminated its front. And for that 1/2 second, its face looked like mine. Not perfectly, like someone trying to reconstruct me from a distorted photo. Familiar lines just slightly off. Eyes too deep, jaw too long. Neck bent at an angle my bones could never handle. I ripped the phone cord out of the wall. All the monitors went black. Every radio in the room screamed a burst of static at full volume, then died. The next day, our tech guy checked the logs. No calls on the internal line at 2:30, he said. Nothing. Like that whole minute just didn't happen. A gap where time should have been. A week later, I did the dumbest thing I've ever done. I drove County Road 17 alone on purpose. No cruiser, just my old sedan. No dash cam, no partner, no radio playing. Fog hung low over the asphalt. My headlights tunneled through a wall of gray. Trees on both sides crowded in, their branches like arms reaching over the road. Past mile marker 4, the radio stations cut out. At mile 5, even static vanished, just dead air. By mile marker 6, the world felt muted. No wind, no insects, no distant highway hum. Just tires on wet road and my own heart pounding. Then even the tire noise seemed to fade. Every instinct I had said, turn around. But curiosity is a kind of curse. I eased off the gas, and then it was just there. No stepping out of the tree line, no emerging from shadows. One moment, empty road. Next moment, something standing in my lane. Tall, stick thin. Head bent sideways. Like its neck had broken, but it never bothered to fix it. My headlights hit it, and the light disappeared. No reflection, no shine, like shining into a hole. I blinked, and instead of it, I saw me standing in the road. Same height, same build, same jacket, same tilt of the head. From behind the wheel, I watched myself. Watch me. Then it flickered, like a glitch, and the tall presence was back. The air felt thick. The edges of reality felt soft, like the world was stretched around that figure. I don't remember the next 30 seconds. I don't remember turning the wheel. I don't remember screaming. Or if I did, I remember gravel under my palms, a cold air in my lungs, the burn in my tongue where I'd bitten it, the pale light of dawn just starting to creep in. I was lying in my own driveway, half in, half out of my car. The driver's door stood open, the engine off, the dome light still on. On the passenger seat, my phone screen glowed, voice recorder app running. The file was labeled with a timestamp, 2:41 a.m. I sat on my front steps, hands shaking, and hit play. At first it was simple. The sound of my engine, rain on the windshield, wipers, my breathing, fast and shallow. Then at the point where I remembered seeing it, the sound changed. The engine faded, the rain vanished. All that remained was breathing. Long, slow, not human-sized lungs. Deeper, wider. Then a voice. My voice, but wrong. We've done it, it whispered. Now we know how to be you. It repeated that line over and over. Each time farther away, each time more distorted, like it was speaking through a long tunnel. On that specific file, on that specific device, the audio played. When I transferred it to another system at the office, it came up as corrupted file. No waveform, nothing to analyze. That was when I turned in my resignation. The official reason, mental health. The real reason, I didn't want to walk into that dispatch room one night and see myself already sitting in my chair. I left the job, I left the town, I left the state, but some things don't stay behind. Every now and then when I look in a mirror, there's a glitch. I lower my head. The reflection lags just a split second, just enough to notice. When I hear my own recorded voice, a voicemail, an old message, sometimes I hear another layer under it, like someone else saying the same words with my mouth, but not with my thoughts. And now I'm going to ask you something. Where are you right now? Listening to this? In your bedroom, lights off, phone on your chest? In your car, alone on a late night highway? In a small apartment, thin walls, hum of an old fridge? If later tonight you find yourself driving down a long, dark stretch of road, do this. Glance in your rearview mirror. If all you see is your own eyes, an empty road behind you, you're fine. If even for a fraction of a second you see something else, a tall, thin shape, a bent neck, a face that almost looks like yours, but not quite, or a copy of you standing in the lane right where your headlights used to be, don't stare. Don't slow down. Don't give it another chance to remember you, because the only thing the present still needs to finish your copy is one clear look into your eyes. And once it gets that right, the next time someone hears your voice, watches your video, or sees you drive past on some lonely road in Ohio, They might not realize they're looking at the version that came home, while the original you, the you that knew something was wrong, is still standing out there on County Road 17, in that thin place where the world stretches, where time folds, where something older than us is still practicing how to be human